Hey, good afternoon. I want to apologize. Y'all guys didn't get a video yesterday. I got caught up in real life stuff. So my apologies. And here it is today. Six most disturbing, what is it? Six most disturbing forest encounters caught on cam. Ooh, this should be good. Here we go. And once again, if you're going to be in the forest doing all this late at night, please have some type of protection. You don't know what elements are out there, what animals are out there, so just have protection.
Can you hear it? And I'm creeping round the bed. Creeping.
Whoa. I would have stopped right there real quick and just no. Knocks are a sign of what? Bigfoot, possibly.
Forests. People camp here in search of peace. But for a handful, this peace turns into an unlucky adventure. Some walk away with nothing, and others end up capturing encounters they can't explain. Tonight, we bring you 6 of the most disturbing forest encounters caught on camera, each one recorded by explorers willing to venture where most people would never dare.
I wouldn't go in a forest
November
at
3rd,
night. There's no way.
2025.
Unless I had a gun of some sort.
This is the story of an outdoor creator named Gaz, the mind behind the channel Grizzly Gaz.
Any channels you see here on the video today, please go follow their channel, watch their shows.
Often with his loyal dog Fendi at his side.
Oh, Bendy.
His videos reveal the raw reality of exploring abandoned places.
Go pay them some love and some homage.
Landscapes, embracing both the thrill and the danger that come with it. But on one particular night, Gaz and Fendi would stumble into something so
not Bendy.
unsettling that
Fendi.
it shattered the calm of their adventure and forced them to flee for their safety. Gaz's adventure began at a reservoir, parking his van near a place locals called the Witch's Den.
That sounds ominous. The Witch's Den sounds very ominous.
Witch's Den.
The Witch's Den.
You ready, mate?
Oh, there's Fendi.
Yeah.
Fendi's like, yeah, I'm not sure, but
Just
we'll go
through those trees. I'm sure I just saw a light or maybe some eye shine. Hope there's no cows in there. There's always cows in there. Always bloody cows.
After he and Fendi set off into the darkness,
I
ready
wouldn't
to
do it though.
investigate the legend.
Something says no, don't do it.
The air
Not
was
on
still, the quiet broken only by the wind, but Gaz couldn't shake the unnerving feeling that someone was watching him from just out of sight. As they neared the tree line, he thought he saw a flicker of light, or the glint of eye shine, but he chalked it up to the darkness distorting his senses.
Look at it.
It just looks so ominous, very ominous.
Is that eye shine over there then?
Possibly.
Or is my mind playing tricks on me again? Why not do it?
Once inside the woods, the atmosphere grew heavy and oppressive. The wind whistled through the gnarled branches.
It looks like a witch's den, that's for sure.
A twig put Gaz on high alert.
I wouldn't take my dog out there though. I'm an animal. I don't think I would. Maybe if I had like a German Shepherd or a Pinscher, but not a.
Proper creepy, that, isn't it?
Yeah, I wouldn't take my dog out there. He would be left back at home where it's safe. And he has his toys to play with, and he can sleep and eat whenever he wanted to.
Oh, I'm on edge now. Definitely on edge. Look at that.
That's a little Frenchy too.
Fucking picking.
I don't know, it just feels creepy. It feels really, really creepy, guys. I don't know.
Intensified as he pushed deeper, the twisted trees creating menacing shapes in the darkness. He felt a constant sense of being on edge, as if the woods themselves were holding their breath, until he stumbled upon unsettling signs of his recent activity.
Oh, here it is, I think. We found it. Check it out.
What is that? What is
It's
that?
5-pointed star with bells on it.
5-pointed star with bells on it. Let me look that up on my phone real quick.
I don't think you can get in there, mate. I can't squeeze in there anyway. I'm too fat to get in there now. Getting creeped out.
He found the so-called Witch's Den, a small structure adorned with a 5-pointed star and bells that rattled in the wind. Nearby, he discovered freshly cut wood and evidence of recent campfires, yet there was no one in sight. The discoveries were puzzling
The
and deeply
the
unsettling.
5-pointed star
Who
is
had
a
been out here
pentagram
so
with bells
recently, and
that
where were
combine
they
the
now?
symbolic protective and elemental power of a star with the cleansing, joyful, and warding off of evil properties of the bells. Okay, that's what the 5-pointed star bell. Okay, that's what that means.
Don't know, it almost.
Where's Frenchie at? Where's Fendi at? You got to keep eyes on your dog, man. Got to keep eyes on your pooch.
A branch falls on my head. Yeah, look. That's definitely fresh and all. Look at that. So who's been in here having campfires?
Man, please tell me. I'm concerned about his dog more than anything else. I'm concerned about him too, but with a French bulldog, I wouldn't take a French bulldog on an outing like this. Maybe to the dog
I
park.
don't see any evidence of a campfire. So, oh, my ankle. Yeah, that wind's really picking up. That wind's really picking up now.
As Gaz paused to listen to the sounds of the forest, a strange,
There he is. Okay, I saw him.
unidentifiable noise broke the silence.
He might be unidentifiable. Probably a dog.
What is that noise?
I'm thinking it might be a dog.
Can you hear it?
Don't mind that spot right there. I spilled my coffee just earlier. That does sound a bit weird. That sounds a lot weird, to be honest with you. Oh, come on. With the blank screens, put a light on it or something, you know? At this point in time, it really could be most anything. It could be most anything. It could be a dog, some type of animal back there making that noise. Now, I'm not going to discredit this guy's video. No, I'm not.
It sounded
I believe in
large,
all of this.
almost like a
Like I said,
dog.
I'm a paranormalist.
He
I
turned
believe
off
in
his
everything,
flashlight,
creatures.
trying to
You know,
pinpoint
we're
its
not
source,
alone. We're not the
and
only
saw nothing
species
but
out here.
something
So
about it felt wrong, and suddenly he was certain he saw eyes.
I just
shine
think it's an
peering at him
animal.
from behind a stone wall.
I think it's just an animal back there.
Right up there. On the side of that wall. It looked pretty big as well.
And I don't know what type of animals, big animals they have over there in the UK. So I really don't know. I could be talking out my ass for all I know.
Alright, so it might have been whatever it was peeking down the side of that wall. It's like a T-junction there with this wall, and there's a gap between this long one here and then the one that goes along there.
If anyone has any ideas what they think of what animal it was, put it down in the comments. I want to know. Timestamp it too while you're at it.
Well, I ain't got any tools with me. I'm sure I've just done someone sneeze.
A wave of fear washed over him as he realized he was completely vulnerable, armed with nothing but his camera. Terrified, Gaz knew
Always
he had to get out
go
immediately.
prepared, guys.
He and Fendi
If you're gonna do
retreated
this, I
from the wood,
always say
the
this.
feeling
Say
of
this.
being watched following
Go
them all the way
prepared.
back to the van.
Number one, have yourself an out. Number
And
two,
we're back.
protection, especially if you're in the forest.
That were a bit of an escapade, wasn't it, mate? And I'm creeping round the bed. Creeping.
Ah,
Ah.
that was a rock hitting one of your windows, bud.
I've got a light here.
No, that rock could have come from anywhere.
Something just hit my window. It sounded like the window anyway. Right, what's that?
There it is, right there. That's the
Look at
rock
that
that pinged it.
Acorn there.
Or an acorn. So, okay, it could have been somebody out there. It could have been,
Wonder
or
if the
cryptic,
birds just dropped it or something.
unless you.
Conveniently on my van.
I don't
Gaz
see any
began to
trees
settle in
around.
for the night. That's when a sharp thud struck the side of his van window. Peering out, he found a half-chewed acorn on the ground below. It could have been dropped by an animal.
Right, I can't get any signal down here, but I must have got signal as I was walking round up there. Right,
I didn't see
I'm gonna
any
have to,
trees around him, so
go
it
and
could have
find some
been a
signal
cryptid,
somewhere
or it could have been somebody,
and go
you
sort
know.
this out.
Although Gaz
In there.
and Fendi remained physically unharmed, the experience left a chilling mark. Who was watching him from the darkness of the witch's den? Were they just trying to scare him off, or was there something far more sinister behind it? Whatever the truth was, one thing is certain. Gaz was lucky his instincts pushed him to leave when they did. On
Good,
November
good deal,
4th,
good deal.
2025, Bear, the creator behind the channel
Go follow Bear.
Exploring with Bear, stepped into a location long whispered about for its violent energy and chilling past. For years, his courage has taken him into places most people wouldn't dare to look twice. Abandoned roads, haunted buildings, and forgotten stretches of land where the past still clings to the air. This time, Bear returned to a place known as Murder Road, a remote area
Murder Road.
notorious for being a dumping ground for multiple bodies. His objective was to locate an old oil well where the bodies of 2 young girls had been discovered.
Welcome back to another adventure. If you're new to the channel, I'm Jer Bear. For today's adventure, I've brought us back
Everyone
to
go
the
to
Murder Road.
J
This place
Bear
is
or
terrifying,
Bear's
and multiple bodies have
channel.
been found here already.
Follow,
Now, the last time
like,
I was here, I was with
subscribe,
my wife, Tiff.
or like
It
and
was
subscribe,
nighttime.
comment.
Needless to say, that was the
Watch
very
his
last
videos.
video she's ever filmed with me. She will not go back out with me since that night. But our main focus of this adventure is going to be on the 2 young girls that was found back here off
That's
by
bad.
an oil well that we're going to go try to find right now. I also have the K2 meter and spirit box that we will start running as we get a little deeper in there.
He's got a
But I'm hoping
K2
to
and a
find at
spirit
least the
box, so
oil
he's
well
trying
and
to
possibly the
contact. He's
area
trying to
that
contact
the 2
him.
girls
Okay.
were found. Now, one of the girls came from my city. The other girl came from Pennsylvania and found in close proximity to each other, which leads me to believe it was the same person, possible serial killer.
This was a solo mission because during their last nighttime visit, the screams and sudden gunshots were enough to make his wife swear she'd never return. As he ventured deeper, he armed himself with a K2 meter and a spirit box, hoping to find answers about the tragic events that occurred here.
All right, so I got the spirit box fired up, and we'll see what kind of responses we don't get back here.
I hated my life.
Ooh.
It just said I hated my life.
Ooh.
Black eyes.
Black
Black
eyes. Ooh.
I hated my life and black eyes. Earth? Buried in the earth? Under the earth?
Sorry, I just got a text.
As he fired up the spirit box, the responses were immediate and heartbreaking. The device crackled with grim messages followed by the haunting phrase suggesting someone was buried in the earth. It was a chilling start and was about to get much more personal and threatening.
I also have that same app, Spirit Talker. Like I said, I'm a firm believer in the paranormal, and so if you don't think we're alone, then
Oh, it said don't go back there.
we're here.
I'm wanting to go back to the
I
well.
have researched the paranormal since I
think
can
we're getting
remember,
Close too. Something just thrown.
so I'm not a skeptic. I know they're real. Oh, now he's doing whoops. Whoops.
saw me.
If he's doing whoops, that's just, he's trying to see if there's any Bigfoot out there. Well, kudos to you, bud. Kudos to you. Maybe there might be.
Standing behind you.
Standing
Turn
behind
around.
me. Ooh.
Don't be afraid. You cannot be afraid of what is not there.
Oh, that's a weird feeling.
When Bear pushed closer to the oil well's presumed location, a clear, stern voice came through the spirit box with a direct warning, and almost immediately the spirit box delivered its most terrifying message yet, a notification that someone was standing right behind him.
I
Bear
don't think that's an
himself could
oil
feel
well. I
it,
think
but
that's
he pressed
just
onward, eventually discovering 2 oil wells.
it might be.
Oh,
I live in
Tapas.
I live in Texas, up in the
Okay.
Panhandle, so I worked around oil for 7 years. The oil well's a little bit further back.
About the one back in the woods. with
That's just a
no,
water tank.
Road to it. Let's go check that one out.
Or it might be capped well.
Man, that thing is riddled with bullet holes.
That's not a that's not a oh, they don't do that in oil. They can't contain oil like an oil pump like that. That's a water house. That's a well house for water.
Look
Or-
at all the bullet holes.
Or if it is an oil
riddled.
well, it's a weird one. But I'm thinking that's just more or less for water, like drinking water.
Of the 2 wells, one was strangely isolated with no accessible road. Near it stood a small shed, its walls riddled with countless bullet holes, a stark testament to the violence this area had witnessed. The investigation
I wouldn't be
took
shooting
a
into an oil
terrifying
well,
turn
that's
as
for
a
sure.
sudden close-range gunshot echoed through the trees, startling him.
Whew. Man, that gunshot was close. That scared me.
Probably on somebody's land, or close to somebody's land. And they're out shooting.
Did I just hear a voice?
Ask questions. When you're dealing with the paranormal, you got a K2, you got a spirit, you got a K2, you got the spirit talker,
heard a very
you got a
low
REM
voice.
pod, or an SB7 or SB11. You're gonna have to talk. Turn it on and ask questions. Even with the digital recorders, you can't just turn it on and expect them to talk to you. They're not going to talk to you. You're going to have to ask questions. That's just a little pet peeve of mine. Whenever I used to do paranormal investigations, they would just turn them on. And I'd look at them and go, you're not going to talk to it? You're not going to ask questions? Oh, they'll say something. No, they won't. They won't. Sometimes they might, but you're going to have to talk to them.
Not
Ask him
long
questions.
after, he froze as he heard a very low, indiscernible voice mutter something nearby. The true horror set in when he then heard the distinct sound of
Turn it up.
footsteps, something walking on 2 feet, moving through the woods with him. He was no longer just investigating a haunted place. He was being actively followed.
Interesting. Maybe we got Bigfoot my boy out here.
You said Bigfoot Mamoya?
Okay, so I just got off the oil well road, and we are back on the main abandoned road. It does look like the sky cleared up. It was getting dark there for a second, and I felt some raindrops. But I think that's passed already. It's nice again. I'm still a long ways from the truck, though.
Just as the tension reaches its peak, the video file comes to an abrupt and jarring end. The most critical moments of his encounter, as he was being stalked through the woods, his footage was gone forever,
What happened
leaving
to
a
him?
horrifying gap in the story. What happened in that missing time?
Probably
Did he come
nothing.
face to face with
He
the
probably
person
turned it
or
off.
thing that was following him. The absence of footage is perhaps more terrifying than any evidence could be. Welcome to The Woods UK is a YouTube channel built on a deep love for wild camping and bushcraft. The creator, Carl, shares the quiet comfort of the British woodlands and the peace he finds in solitude. His videos are usually calm, reflective, and rooted in the simple beauty of nature. But on February 26, 2024, a series of disturbing events would shatter that tranquility.
Once again, in the
turning
forest,
his beloved woods
at
into a
dark,
place
during the
filled with
nighttime,
fear, uncertainty,
sleeping in an
and
unknown
mystery.
area.
It began as a simple check on his long-term project, a small cabin he'd spent countless hours building from hand-broken pallets
Yeah, okay.
carried deep into the woods.
I'm glad I caught that on video, to be honest with you, and had I not been out hunting with my catapult, I probably wouldn't have come through here. I was just coming through just to check on things. I know there's a lot of deer in these woods. I did have one creepy night back in January, hence why I was building
He called
the
that a
cabin. There's
catapult.
lot of, strange
Here in the
things
States, we call
happening
that a
there, to be
slingshot.
honest with you. That doesn't look like a lot of work that's laying on the floor there, but back at the yard, 50, 60 pallets out in the rain, breaking them down with a pallet breaker, denailing them, getting everything cut to size, ready to bring in, because everything's been manually brought in by hand. It's just been on the shoulder and brought in. So
Upon arrival, he was met with a scene of complete destruction. His cabin, his sanctuary in progress, had been inexplicably
Probably some
wrecked.
kids came down through
His
there.
initial shock and anger quickly gave way to a chilling question. Who or what could have done this? Determined to find answers, he decided to retrieve the footage from
I'm
the
thinking,
6 trail cameras.
Oh, he's got
he had
trail cameras.
positioned
Oh,
throughout
okay,
the
okay,
area,
okay.
hoping they held the key to the mystery.
I didn't know he had trail
I'm
cameras.
absolutely shattered. I spent most of yesterday night looking through trail cam footage. Cameras 1 to 6 that are out in that woodland have been bought in, and yesterday evening I spent from about 8 o'clock all the way to early hours, sifting through from camera 1 to camera 6.
After spending hours sifting through hundreds of clips of wildlife, he found something that made his blood run cold.
Oh, what is that? What is... that might be a sighting of Bigfoot?
Footage from 2 separate days showed a mysterious figure lingering near his cabin, a dark shape at night and someone in camouflage by day.
I don't know.
With the
I
landowner
don't know.
confirming no one else had permission to be there, the
don't
situation grew even more unsettling. Determined to
Let me
find
know
out
in the
who it
comment
was,
section
he packed
and
his gear
timestamp.
and
What
returned
do
to the
you
woods
think
to
it? What do
confront
you
the
think that could have
unknown.
possibly been?
It's got
Because
dark
I'm
real
up in
quick
the air.
on
It could have been
before
somebody, or it could have been
drawn in,
Bigfoot.
Pitch black, inky black.
Of course, it was bipedal, so it's got
also
legs, so
on
it
top
could
of
have
the
been somebody in camo or
Of
whatnot.
cabin number 2.
Let me know in the comment section. Timestamp it too.
That is where cabin number 2 is, or was, should I say. You should all remember, it should be put together by now. I was proper agitated that someone's done this to that.
Agitation pushed him forward as dusk settled, driving him back toward the site of his ruined cabin. Suddenly, a sharp, distinct sound cut through the silence, the sound of wood splitting, as if someone nearby was chopping with an axe.
I don't know if you can hear it. I didn't see anything, but
There
I
it
could
is,
hear,
chopping with an axe.
like wood splitting, like as in like someone chopping wood, like with an axe or something. Right, okay. I don't think that's got anything to do with poachers, that noise. That's pretty much what happened to me last January.
Overwhelmed by a sudden wave of fear, he retreated for the night, the unsettling sounds echoing in his mind. Determined not to be driven from his woods,
This is
he
something
returned
I
a few
wouldn't
days
do.
later.
This is
time
something
prepared
he's
for
in
an
a
overnight
he's
stay.
So
He's
I'm
gonna
basically
be
setting up
tenting
my
up in
OBS
a
setup
holy
here, you
sock.
see now.
No.
I have got a little gadget to set up as well tonight, just so that I can sleep a little bit better.
He set up his tent near the destroyed
That's
cabin,
nothing but a
and
sock.
taking no chances, rigged a perimeter alarm, a tripwire connected to a loud gate alarm designed to alert him to any intruder.
So this is the little gadget I'm going to be using tonight to let me know if there's anyone about after dark. It's basically a gate alarm that farmers use. It's a 1-inch cartridge, 12 bore, non-lethal. There's no way it can hurt anyone unless you actually put your face to it, which in that case there's a little plate that covers it over. I'm going to strap that to a tree and then run a trip line all the way around the immediate vicinity of my camp at about waist height. If that pin gets pulled from there because of the trip line being activated, this will let a charge off and it will hopefully either scare away whatever it is that's creeping about and it will wake me up. So that's it, all set.
Okay.
If this is pulled out, that will release this trigger, which will then fall down onto the cartridge and make a loud bang.
Okay.
I'm now going to trace this around the trees at about waist height and then completely activate this during the night time.
As night fell and heavy rain began to pour, he settled into his tent,
Waist high?
the
Why?
sense of tension hanging thick in the air. In the dead of night, he was jolted awake. It wasn't his alarm, but a series of noises coming from the darkness outside. The distinct sound of someone walking, followed by a loud banging from about 40 yards away.
Okay. Paul Bunyan. Once again, it could go both ways. It could go Bigfoot, or it could go be somebody in the forest cutting wood. I don't know. Let me know. That's too close for comfort. You think?
I've not got a clue what that noise was. There's about 8 different noises, sound like someone's walking around about 40 yards away. I had no bang off of the alarm, but definitely a banging in the woods.
He was
Whoever
left
it was
frozen
saw
in
you
his
set that
tent,
tripwire up.
listening. The tripwire remained silent, meaning whatever was out there was keeping its distance, circling just beyond his defenses. Was it the mysterious figure from the trail cam now watching him from the
I don't know.
shadows?
I'm really,
The
I
question of
just
who
don't
destroyed
know.
his cabin and who lurks in those woods remains unanswered. While our creator's courage is undeniable, his experience is a terrifying reminder that when you step into the wilderness, you can never be entirely sure what's stepping in there with you. Meet Sam, the creator
follow his
behind
channel,
the YouTube channel,
The Northwest Wind.
His videos celebrate the quiet beauty of solo camping and the peaceful solitude of the wilderness. But one spontaneous trip to a remote property along the Allegheny River would
good
shatter
Allegheny
that
River.
calm, leaving him with a night he'd never forget. In early November, he arrived at a secluded 2-acre property he hoped to buy, a dream he'd held for 15 years. With a deadline approaching, he chose to spend the night there to see if the land truly felt like home.
It's the first few days of November. It's like 42 degrees and sprinkling on and off today. We're here on the banks of the Allegheny River.
That's
and
gorgeous.
I have to decide if I want to buy this property or not. They have accepted my offer. Well, not formally, but they said they would accept it if I want to move forward. So don't tell them, but I'm going to camp here tonight and see if this feels like home. So we're going to camp here tonight, and I'm going to decide if this is going to be the land that I've been looking to purchase along the Allegheny River for the last 15 years. That's been my dream, and we're gonna see if I want to make that dream a reality now or wait for something better. That says it all.
As he set up his camp, he documented his conflicting feelings. While the location was
Kinda
beautiful,
creepy, kinda got
he
that
felt the
eerie
usable
feel to
space
it.
was too confined, and something about the property just didn't sit right with him.
Tonight we're having jalapeno poppers.
Ooh, jalapeno poppers.
These
¿Por
are from
qué?
Aldi, cream cheese jalapeno poppers.
Bueno,
I
bueno.
absolutely love these. I will eat
Mucho
the whole box,
picoso.
and tonight I'm gonna eat the whole box. So, well, it was
Mucho
impromptu
picasa.
and unexpected, but I will never complain about eating another delicious meal on the shores of the Allegheny River, and I'm privileged to
¿Por
do
qué
so tonight.
mucho jalapeno
Even
poppers?
if I'm pretty convinced that I
Un poquito
am not going to buy
español.
this land. I'm picky, and I haven't found anything that is hitting home.
After cooking dinner and
Es
enjoying
caliente.
the sunset over
Mucho
the river,
caliente,
he
picosa.
settled into his truck for the night.
Picosa.
He planned to watch a movie and relax, soaking in the atmosphere one last time before making his final choice in the morning. But as the minutes ticked by, the woods began to reveal a much more sinister side.
At least he's in his pickup truck.
There's a really up noise coming from the woods right now.
At least he's in his pickup truck, so he has an out. He has protection. He's in his pickup truck. Who knows if he's got some type of knife or gun on him. So he's doing this the smart way. He's sleeping in his truck instead of going to the cabin to sleep. Or instead of putting up a sock to sleep
I don't
in.
know what the hell that was, but
I call those tents socks because that's all they are. Tents offer no protection. Hell, they
absolutely
barely
terrifying.
offer
I'm
any
not lying.
protection from the elements.
While sitting in his truck,
I used to be a
he heard
full-time RVer.
horrifying sound that sounded like a woman screaming in agony. A wave of terror washed over him as he realized this was no animal. He immediately grabbed his camera, knowing he had to get out of there.
All right, we're getting out of here.
Yep, okay. Yep, he said, nope,
Getting out of here.
we're done with that.
I like
Not.
the feeling that I have.
I'm going to recant. I'm going to
feeling now,
redraw,
so we're gonna
withdraw
go.
my offer.
We're just getting out of here. Feel very unsafe right now. Very, very unsafe. And I can't just peel out of here. I got to come down this half mountain road. So if I need to get out of here in a pinch, I can't.
The feeling of being unsafe was overwhelming, made worse by the fact that the only way out was a long, single-lane road. He felt trapped, as if he were in a horror movie with no quick escape.
I bet you he withdraws his
I
offer.
had to switch back to get in here. I'm head in, so I literally can't get out if I need to. I can't see anything. I don't even want to have my window open in case of any Gibraltar's out there.
Gibraltar's.
Out of here. And we're gonna... I don't know what the... Nope, not doing it. Not doing it.
See, something
That was
has
a
really
lady
scared him to
screaming.
death.
My doors are locked. I'm 100% sure of that. I don't even want to open my doors, though. Somebody was walking down here, and it sounded like the woman screaming. Somebody was walking just beyond it.
His gut
Probably
told
just
him
some
something
kids.
was terribly wrong.
But once again,
Convinced
it
he
could
had
go
witnessed a
several
cry for
ways
help
here.
From a woman in
It could go
severe
several
distress,
ways.
He drove a short distance away and made a decision that would escalate the night's events even further. He called the police.
Yeah, hi. I'm out in... there's a property for sale. I'm truck camping up there because I'm supposed to let them know tomorrow if I want to buy it. And I all of a sudden heard this blood scream like 55.
Soon after, 2 state police cruisers arrived, their presence confirming the gravity of the situation.
He's scared. He's
The
truly,
officers
honestly
followed him
scared.
back down the dark, winding road to the
He's
property,
truly, honestly
their
terrified.
serious demeanor adding to his growing anxiety.
Wow.
I'm gonna leave my truck on. Actually, this is. That's fine.
The fear and this terror, the fear and the terror this man
I'm
just
just gonna
went
stay
through.
here
He
with
was
my
scared.
Never ready to go.
And the officers, they looked like, oh, I don't want to go back in there right now. Can we go back there during the day?
I'm checking out this cabin and it's making me extremely nervous.
They immediately began investigating a nearby cabin, their weapons drawn, as Sam watched from his truck, shaking. After searching the area, police told him they'd spotted another house deeper in the woods and were heading there next, and that he was free to leave.
You want me to wait or what should I do? Okay, well I'm gonna. Okay, well be safe, and I wouldn't feel right if I didn't call, so whether it's nothing or something, be safe, and I just, you know. Thanks, Brian, have a good night, be safe.
Wow. We got the cops involved in this.
I literally have no words for everything.
bet you
that
he
went down this
withdraws
evening.
his,
I'm about halfway home. I just stopped to get
Yeah, I
gas
bet you he
and,
doesn't buy the property.
kind of decompress for a few minutes. My nerves are absolutely shot. I can't really add anything more to the video than what you saw and everything I described. Those police officers did seem very on guard and suspicious, not only of me, but of the situation over there. And after talking with Jessica, I just was not in the right frame of mind to understand why I felt that way.
He didn't need to be told twice.
No.
The entire experience left him completely unnerved.
Wow.
He had gone to the woods seeking clarity on a dream, but instead, he stumbled into a potential nightmare.
Oh, no. Oh,
The
no.
question of what or
No,
who
no.
was making those terrible sounds remains unanswered, a chilling mystery lost in the darkness of the Allegheny woods. For the creator behind Novice Wild Camper, wild camping is more than a hobby. It's a way to disconnect, to breathe, and to find stillness in remote, untouched places. His videos capture that serenity beautifully. But during one seemingly routine stealth camp on October 24th, 2023, something happened that shattered that sense of peace, leaving him with a night he'd struggled to shake. His adventure began in a woodland he didn't know well. He walked around for a while, looking for a quiet place, knowing there were a few houses just a short distance off. When he finally found 2 trees spaced just right, he set up his hammock and let himself relax into the quiet around him.
No.
This is
No.
quite a nice open space up here.
No.
Could be a good spot for the hammock. Well, I think I found my spot. So I'm going to hang up between these 2 trees here. There are a couple of houses, probably about 300 yards away, which I don't think own this woodland because it's got open access from the side roads. There's no signage up. So, fingers crossed we'll be alright.
As he prepared his camp, he began hearing strange noises in the surrounding woods. Not just the typical snaps of twigs, but unsettling vocalizations that he couldn't identify. Despite the growing unease, he tried to brush it off as the usual sounds of the forest at night.
Keep hearing some weird noises, and not just crunches and cracks, but weird vocal noises as well. Anyway.
Hours later, around 3 a.m., the true terror began.
But some crashing around that got nearer and nearer and nearer to my hammock. Stopped, but didn't.
Had a small
run
little
away.
cut in there.
So I'd expect if there was a deer or something, I'd hear it.
He heard crashing sounds in the darkness, moving closer and closer to his hammock. Each time he shone his flashlight, the sound would stop. But whatever
So
was
it
out
was
there
either
didn't feel
human
like a typical
or an animal. Either one.
A massive thud hits the ground and bounces. And I jumped up, unzipped it, put my torch on, and there's a rock on the floor that wasn't there when I went to bed. And I lay back down, and I'm just laying there listening.
Well, now he's in his car and he's well protected, you know, somewhat. I mean, it will offer some level of protection.
Suddenly, a massive thud struck the ground right next to him. When he looked, he saw a large rock that hadn't been there before.
I don't like it here. I'm getting packed up. Stuff the bacon and logs.
Yeah. Oh, right there, right there.
Terrified and realizing he was being targeted, he
Ya
made
know,
the
ya know.
difficult decision to abandon
Ya
his
know,
camp. He hastily packed his remaining gear and fled the woods.
You
for
can
good.
kiss all that ass.
Freaky woods.
Just square up,
Back here
fucking
again.
kiss the ass.
In there seems to be where most of the noise is coming from. God knows.
Was it a territorial animal, a prankster with malicious intent, or something else entirely? Fortunately, the creator trusted his instincts and escaped before finding out what would happen to those who don't.
Mm-hmm.
One thing is certain, he will never be returning to those haunted woods again.
I would suspect not. I wouldn't.
For our last case, we're looking at an adventurer named Austin Armstrong.
Austin
a YouTube
Armstrong.
creator known for
Austin
pushing
Armstrong.
himself
Go
into
follow.
unfamiliar places and challenging situations.
Go and follow
His
and
videos follow
binge
his
watch
efforts
all
to
his
step
stuff.
outside his comfort zone, exploring
his
new
videos.
environments, and taking on experiences most people would hesitate to try. But on one particular camping trip, he found himself pushed far beyond anything he'd trained for, facing a fear he never expected to confront.
Hey guys, Woody here, and today I just decided to go camping. Now, as you can kind of sort of maybe see, it's kind of raining, but
He decided
okay.
just to go camping. All
I just
right,
went out in the
bud.
middle of nowhere. It's
Heck
this campground,
yes, hell yes.
Patoka Lake
Go
in
camp.
Indiana. I'm the only one out here. Obviously, it's
I
kinda
condone
cold,
camping.
and
I
it's
love to
predicted be
camp.
colder, and it's raining. But I like a challenge whenever I camp, and I've camped in much worse weather conditions than this.
All right.
So I figured, yeah, why not? So I'm gonna. Here's my little site right there.
Good deal.
So I'm gonna make the most of what I have here and see what I can do.
It's going to be a
with it.
wet,
Austin
rainy
decided to go
campground.
camping by himself
That's for sure.
at Patoka Lake, Indiana.
Patoka
Despite the
Lake,
cold
Indiana.
and rainy weather, he was determined to make the most of his trip, viewing the challenging conditions as part of the adventure.
Okay, he's in a
in the
legit
rain?
campground.
There's my tent. I need to figure out how
He's
to
in a
set
legit
fire
campground, but
in the wetness.
legit campgrounds
what I
can
have
be
here.
scary to an
I
extent.
moved
They
this
can be
table.
scary.
I'm probably gonna move it over there, closer to the tent. So the tent over here is under a. Hey, let me just move. Under some trees. That'll protect it for the rain and stuff. I'm thinking maybe I can.
No,
move
it
the fire
won't. It
pit
won't protect it
over
from the
here
rain.
as well.
mean,
That's underneath some of these trees.
Don't get in there
Maybe that'll
and
make
put
it a
your
little bit
rub your
easier.
finger along the
But as you can
roof.
see, like, there's nobody here, which is good.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for. Just kind of getting away from everything. Well, I guess I can do a demonstration of how to start a fire when everything is wet.
You can't.
'Cause I'm having some problems here. And
You can't,
Upon
Brad.
arriving, he found the campground completely deserted. A fact
All
that
you're gonna do
initially
is
brought him a sense of
all you're gonna
peaceful
do is
solitude.
have a good
He
smoke
set up
show.
his tent under a tree for protection from the rain and began the arduous task
I would have
of
brought my
getting a
own dry
fire,
wood.
a struggle that would take him over an hour.
I think I did it.
Oh,
So I
okay.
took some branches
Kindling.
and stuff.
Okay.
And so, if you don't know, here's a little like tip, okay? So whenever you're camping and you're trying to make a fire,
Tip number 1.
make a teepee. You see how it's like in a triangle shape? You see how that? It's. I mean, there's a reason in all the kids' TV shows that like it's a teepee. You know, like the campfire is shaped like, you know, like a pyramid or something. That's how you want to do it.
Eventually, he succeeded, and with a small but steady fire. As darkness fell completely, Austin realized he needed to gather more firewood to keep his only source of light and warmth going through the night.
It's been about 2 hours now since it stopped raining. I still need to find more wood, so I have my headlamp. I just need to find some bits and pieces just to keep it going. We're going pretty strong, but it's getting pretty thin, if you can tell, like down in the bottom of it.
Thin, brother. You got almost a bonfire going on there.
Yeah, I have this flashlight. It's got a good beam on it. So I found a stack of firewood out this way. Okay, you can kind of see that light right there. So that's an outhouse.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
if I follow this light where my light's going here, there's a former campfire that was over here, and somebody left a decent stack of firewood.
Armed with a flashlight, he ventured into the pitch black woods.
You know, I wouldn't go with a small
He found a
flash like
stack
that.
of
I would go
wood
with the
left
big, huge,
behind
like
at a
one of
nearby
them
empty campsite.
2
But as
million
he was about to
lumens.
collect it, suddenly
Take a
loud
car battery
boom
to power it
shattered the
up.
silence, echoing through the trees.
So it was mostly wet. What the?
There's your first instance right
I don't
there.
know if you
You're
can
not
just heard that,
alone.
like,
You were
something
not
literally just
alone.
went boom over there. Holy crap.
A jolt of pure fear shot through him. He frantically scanned the darkness with his flashlight, but saw nothing.
I'm trying to find a rational explanation too. Like, maybe it was the wood. But it doesn't look any different than when I left. And I don't think that this would make that kind of sound. What was that? I hope that showed up like on the camera.
Well, we didn't see anything, but we heard it go crack or boom or whatever it was. You know, it could be like a deer in the woods, brother. I'm not trying to discount the video and discount what you heard. It could have been a deer, you know, or it could have been somebody
Oh
lurking.
my god.
I'm going to reiterate this again. I am a big paranormal and cryptid person. I believe in all of it.
Very large boom and snap. It sounded like there was something like climbing through something. So it could have been an animal. But I'm praying to God that it was something collapsing in the fire. But it was very, very loud.
I mean,
He
it did
tried to
ring nobody.
rationalize
It did
the
ring
noise,
nobody.
desperately hoping it was just a log collapsing in his fire. But deep down, he knew the sound was too loud, too violent, to be something so simple.
So, update. I found out what that crash was earlier. What it was, so I put the sign had fallen down in the middle of the road that said like, safe area, no dogs, no weapons. And so I set it up against one of the tables, like one of the camping tables. So I set it up against that because it was in the middle of the road. And I look over whenever I went out to go to the bathroom or something, and it was laying on the ground. So I was like, wait a minute, that makes sense. It was just a sign the entire time.
For a while, He convinced himself.
Yeah, but what made that sign do that? What made that sign do that? Everything has a everything has a cause and an action. Something caused that sign to knock down. That would be the action. The action caused that sign to be knocked down. What was it?
Fear started to creep back in.
All right, so here's the update. It's almost 1 a.m. and I bagged out of the tent because it's pouring and I got paranoid as hell. I'm not gonna lie. It's freaky out here by yourself.
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
not gonna lie, it's true. But that's okay. I'm warming up this the vehicle here, kind of charging my phone just in case I need to like contact anything. I just figured I would be safer and warmer and better off in this van than in a tent. I don't know. It seems like common sense to me. But
Well, needless to say, he ended up going home and everything was just fine. But there were some things that, made you kind of question that, I don't know. We'll see you guys in the next video.